Good evening, everybody. This is Michael Winiger, CEO of Asante Organics, and tonight we got some good things going on, right? Few good things. Well, everybody that's in this room tonight, we're going to do a drawing tomorrow, and somebody in this room is going to win some free product because we do that every single Tuesday night for summer. So that's good. And for everybody that's a guest on here, so next week, all you have to do is bring 5 people. Bring 5 guests in. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm sorry about that, guys. My phone started ringing. So bring 5 people and my thought process just got all messed up. Bring 5 people and you win $100. How's that? You get $100 cash right away. Boom, PayPal right to you. Okay. Because or you can get $150 worth of product, whatever you'd like. So that's a good thing. All right. So we're going to get started. And I want to tell you guys something. You're going to hear about some exciting things. You're going to see some exciting things coming from this company. We got some unbelievable things happening and just all good, 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 awesome, awesome stuff. And we're very, very excited. We're going to talk to you a little bit about the business tonight because tonight's a business call. On Thursday, I'm going to do a call on a protocol with the products. Like, how do we take these products? Like, what's the best way to optimize the product line, right? And I'll tell you what, is it going to be 15 minutes? Absolutely not. That one will not be, okay? Because I need this particular call. So I'm going to take my time and go through every product and tell you, how to take it, why to take it, and things like that. When you want the short calls or the short product descriptions, when we feature a product, that's what Dr. JJ does. And then you can find those at the YouTube channel, or I think they're going to be embedded onto the website in the deep dive section or wherever they might have it. And that's what we're doing as well. So, but before we start, Asante Organics, the world's largest USDA superstore, certified organic superstore, the world's largest USDA certified organic superstore in the world. And you get to have a piece of that. You know what the timing and positioning is like for that? It's it's unbelievable. But we have the organic product line that you want, that your family wants. And I'll tell you what, why would you want such a fabulous product line? Because one, you got products that were nominated for a Nobel Prize in gut health inside of this line. You got a product line that's gotten, 20, 21 um, uh, Green International Greenpeace Awards, one for every year for the ingredient decks. A company that's been featured on Extra TV, Good Morning America, The Doctors, The Today Show. We can go on and on and on. If there's a show, we've been on it, right? And because of the product testimonials, because of the things that we do here. And, in so many, many, many periodicals, Us Weekly, Elle, Vogue, Woman's World, Star Magazine, things like that. Celebrities using the products, athletes using the products, entire teams using the products, right? And we were able to throw out a first pitch at a Chicago Cubs game for that reason, right? Because alkalizing is giving these guys a lot of energy. And so you're going to learn about this whole product line and the different aspects and the different, um, I guess, verticals we have, right? We're just not, but we're a complete health and wellness company and we're laser focused on plants. And more than that, we're laser focused on the results you're going to get from these certified organic plants. And yeah, and one person you're going to hear from right now is Janine. And Janine, let's hear about. I asked Janine to do this because you know what? Last night we were talking, and if you're talking to Janine, take a walk because I got 8,000 steps in while I was on the phone call with her the whole time. It was like it was magical. It was like, I didn't get my steps in. Call Janine. You're gonna get 10,000 steps in talking to Janine. I can tell you that for sure. So I want her to tell you exactly how she said it to me last night. So I hope she's got a good memory. These products are, are good for the memory too. So Janine, take it away.
Hey, thanks, Mike. Yeah, if I can help inspire you, walking and talking, I'm your girl all the way. So, um, I was sharing with Mike last night because I don't think he knew my full history of my health issues that I've had over the span of about 15 years. And before I even go any further, I just want to just kind of throw this out here because I'm obviously not making any medical claims, but I'm sharing my experiences and a little bit of my history to where I am now and how Asante Organics has affected me in such a positive way. So, I've been in the past, I've been dealing with some extremely debilitating health issues to the point where I barely could walk. I was about 100 pounds heavier. I hung onto a walker like Linus hangs onto his blanket kind of thing. And we had an extremely sick body and dealt with that from about 2012, 2013. Literally, right up to even currently, however, I'm much healthier now than I ever was before. And I'm going to say around 2017, 18, I started, I was at the height of my unhealthiness. I really was stuck in the house. I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't do anything. The discomfort and the excruciating issues that I was having was so debilitating that I had no quality of life. So when you're in that mindset, you kind of have the mindset of, I got to just find something to help fix me or help me feel better or do something. And, I didn't have knowledge about looking at ingredients and all that stuff, but I will say that I started looking at a bunch of different health companies, and over the course of time from 2018 to probably last year, I have probably spent, I kid you not, thousands of dollars on products that, oh, they do this, they do that, they do the other. Don't even think about the ingredients because I never even thought about what's good or bad ingredients. I just wanted something to help me get some of my quality of life back. And I tried different products, and when you go to different companies, I noticed that they teach you about our products do this and do that and do the other, and of course you try them all. So fast forward to, let's see, I think it was October 1st that I ordered I actually got into Asante. I will say that I didn't get consistent with using the products probably until after this, I'm going to say after January of this year. So let's call it February to current. I started getting very consistent with my products. Now, mind you, over the course of time, I've gotten better. I've been able to walk a little bit, but I still deal with a lot of let's just call it extreme discomfort and things like that that can really stop your day and all that. And when I started taking the products consistently in February, I made sure, and I will tell you, I swapped out all of my personal products. So I'm using all, the deodorant, the toothpaste, the shampoo, conditioner, um, the hair gel, the spray, everything, as you could see. I'm all Asante'd up over here. And so I did that. I started taking a few of the products, and then by the time I got to March, I added in a lot of other products too, because I wanted to ramp up, you know, having health and just fueling my body properly. And I've also learned with my mindset that there is no quick fix for anything. It takes a while for our bodies to get toxic and to get, uh, I guess, dysregulated or diseased, so to speak. It takes us time for our bodies to get healthier and to kind of get all the junk and purge it out of our systems. What I told Mike last night and I did it in a very short order. I just wanted you to know a little bit about my history. What I said to Mike last night is I've been meaning to tell you in January, February, I had like how do you call it? Not spasms, but my muscles in my neck and my back were they're perpetually tight where they don't loosen up, they don't relax, and it limits my head movement and limits things, and it causes quite a bit of discomfort, and it kind of makes your day a little less nice. And I had said to him, I noticed this probably going back a good 2 months ago, that now going forward, I don't have those muscle, I don't even feel anything. Like I have virtually zero discomfort, zero spasms, zero muscle tightening. I'm running around here now like I did 20 something years ago when I was younger. I'm 61 now, and I'm running around now. I've got energy. I feel great. I've never felt this great. And I know it's because of taking all of the products that I'm taking, being consistent with it, fueling my body right. The one thing that I love with Asante and with Michael and Dr. JJ and Danny is that they are educating us. And this is what I've learned so much more in the last 4 months. I've been really plugged into this that I have in all the years that I followed. I was a top earner in a company for 2.5 years, and I didn't learn a quarter of what I learned in 4 months being here with Asante, just getting going. But I love that we're educating people. It's not just, oh, yes, our product does this and it's good for this, this, and this. They educate us on what, you got to do for detoxing, what you got to do for, for every day. It's not based on our products. And then it's just general knowledge. So you know what you've got to do. Then we share the products with people and say, you know what? We do have products that will help with this and this and this, and why ours are so special, so different from everybody else's. And I mean, I can't even grateful, there isn't even a word. I'm beyond grateful. I kind of wish that Mike and Danny and JJ kind of knew me a few years ago so that you could see the drastic changes, even from last year to now, with how I'm moving around and stuff. It's just been absolutely amazing. And it's just, I know that put it fueling my body properly, making my body more alkaline, doing all the right things. Plus, of course, I've got to exercise and I've got to, get fresh air and I've got to do all the right things, make sure I'm eating the right foods when I'm not having my shakes with my greens and my reds and the B tabs and all the stuff I'm doing, and have it right proportion. But you've got to have that right mindset and know that it's a lifestyle change. And I learned the hard way that you can either invest in wellness, or my flip side is I always say I don't want anybody to have to pay when it comes to illness, because I did that for 15 years plus. I lost a lot of my life. I mean, I lost everything at one point because it was just that bad. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys a little history, but I can't thank, Mike and Danny and JJ, and just being part of Asante and learning if everything I'm learning, it's just phenomenal. So thank you guys.
Thank you so much. And yes, that's exactly what she said. That's how you get 10,000 steps in a day, right? But we went much deeper into it. And that's what I think I like about the company as well. And I've been in this space for 40 years, where you actually have people that are educated in this particular arena. Okay. Not only does the company formulate its own products, but we're an education company first because we want to help people, right? And you know, Joelle is a person that's on here tonight. I'm not going to ask her to speak, but I'm going to tell you something that we spoke about today. And she was saying that, it's I had to lower my. She said she doesn't go to bed until she talks to 7 people every day, and she says I got to lower that down to 5. And I says, what? Just before this call. But she says, yeah, because we really get deep into conversation. And I think that's what I like a lot about this company, is because we are truly helping people. You just, it is, it's absolutely the craziest thing that I've ever seen in my entire life in this space. When I look at these other companies, and it's the gang's all here, all about this, all about that. It's just all this noise and all these things that are going on, where we sit down with the individual, find out what they need. What do you need, right? Because we know that everybody needs to feel better, needs to, you know, do better. And if you do better, you're going to feel better, right? And we really put the products into alignment with somebody's daily routine. We ask them, okay, so what are your goals, right? And there's a lot of things that when you're helping somebody, it's not just um it's not just, how can you say it? It's not just take these products, because Janine and I spoke a lot about this last night. It's, we have to do some disciplined behavioral patterns in our life to get the benefit of the products, right? So we talk about things that you do for free, right? And we get everything into alignment, every part of that. And I think that's where I don't think I know that's where we completely differ. And that's why Joelle says, look, I got to go down to 5 people a day. She doesn't go to bed unless she talks to 5 people a day. Why? Because those conversations get so deep. Because I'm going to tell you what, you want to see massive growth and massive momentum. Just wait till everybody has a story like Janine's, or everybody has a story like Joelle's, or everybody's got a story. That's the key. And everybody gets one here. I spoke to a person that is huge, absolutely huge, in another company today that's been around this industry for 20, 30 years. And they're like, oh my gosh, this one product changed my life that you told me to take. And guess what? They're never going to have it in. And what we do as well. Look, I don't care how many things you get yourself involved with, and we don't we're not into that, right? We're into saying, okay, we need to get you right, whatever it is that you want to have. What's your, so that's the most important question. What is your goals? What are your health concerns? Because, when you feel good, you do good, and it's just not going to magically show up. And nobody's going to have this magic thing, because it has nothing to do with that. It's about disciplined, consistent behaviors and taking the right things. And that's what we do. We do a lot of information finding. And I think that's what is the glue in this company, because, where do you get, the people that make the product, the formulator's phone number, the president's phone number, the access to my brother, right? The co-owner's phone number. You just don't find that anywhere, and we don't believe we're better than anybody else. We just believe we got a ton of education to bring to this world and show you how to do this. So much that the leading, we won't even say that word, research centers in the world use this as their healing protocol. So when you go to that place, if you were out of balance and they got to bring you back into balance, because that's all it really is, the nutritional protocol is everything that we have. The personal care protocol, the essential oil protocol. Why? Because you don't want to be using anything but USDA certified organic essential oils. Why would you buy any other oil that's conventional? That's going to have some bad stuff in there once it's being dissipated in the air. So, we get into all these different places in life to show you that this is stuff that you do every single solitary day. Who do you know doesn't take a shower? Who do you know is not brushing their teeth? Who do you know isn't wearing clean clothes and keeping themselves up? And people that are taking nutritional supplementation. And in this day and age, who do you know that doesn't want to have a little help in some place that they need to feel better with? And we do that. And it's education first. And then then you're going to need a solution. Good thing. We provide the solutions. And then at that point, you end up like Janine. Everybody's got a great, great, great story. So with that, I want to turn this over, talk a little bit more about the business side. This is a business opportunity call, so you can understand how this business works and the dynamics of it. And nobody better than to talk about that than our president, Dr. JJ Levine.
Thank you, Mr. Weniger. Thank you, everybody. Janine, thank you for sharing your story and your trust. That was excellent. So you're here as a guest, or you're hearing this recording, you're hearing this for the first time, and you might fall into one of two categories, or maybe a combination of them both. You're open to learning how to make money from home. And I applaud you, because if the last few years have taught us anything, This isn't really a plan B. It's a necessity now. We all have to have a way that we can earn money from the comfort of our home and really, even more importantly, our cell phone. That's what the last few years have taught us for sure. And then also, if you're open to have a toxic-free and healthy household, you're also in the right place, and I applaud you. Now, if you want both, boy, it's perfect. Times are changing right now. We've been preaching this, Michael, Daniel, my wife Angie, myself. We've been preaching this for decades. I've been in the natural healthcare industry for over 30 something years. And when I say preaching this, I preach, as did the rest of the people I just shared with, and many of the people on this Zoom, that we've all learned you are what you eat, but that's not really the full story. You are what you absorb. So what goes in your mouth is very important. We've been taught that. But equally, and in some cases almost more important, what you put on the largest organ in your body. The largest organ in your body is your skin. And I don't care who you are or what part of the world you are in, everybody is putting something or many things on their skin every day. And I would recommend that we all get educated and start taking inventory of the ingredients that are going on our largest organ in our body, because science has proven what we put on our skin is in our bloodstream, the ingredients, in 26 seconds or less. And I have to emphasize less, because if the pores of your skin are open wide, meaning when they've been exposed to heat, meaning you've taken a shower or a bath, or you're even out in the sunshine, whatever those ingredients are, they're going to get into your bloodstream that much more rapidly. So it's very important you know what you're brushing your teeth with, what moisturizer you're using, soap, shampoo, conditioner, perfume, cologne, deodorant, body wash, what your clothes are cleaned with, laundry detergent, and I could go on and on and on. So if you want to be super well and healthy, you've got to make sure that what's getting absorbed into your body, into your bloodstream, and then eventually in your organs, tissues, and cells are their best. Now, I know none of us are going to lead a perfect lifestyle, but if we get educated, we can make educated decisions. In fact, here's a challenge for you. The next time you're at the store, and who goes to the store now? Most people order things online, but if next time you go to the store, you get a box of toothpaste, comes in a tube, I get it, but the tube comes in a box. Look at the back of the box and ask yourself, does it have a warning label? All the ones I'm seeing do. If accidentally swallowed or used more than brushing, contact poison control your medical doctor right away. Well, you're not going to have that with our toothpaste, because our toothpaste is toxic free, as are all of our products. We've got over 100 products in our catalog. They're all toxic free. You can swallow them, even if they're not really designed to be swallowed, like your sanitizer spray. We've got a sanitizer spray that kills 99.9% of the germs, bacteria, virus, and fungus, like Purell and Lysol. But you can spray it in your mouth. You can spray it on your eyes. Can't do that with Purell or Lysol. And I could go on and on and on. So if you're ready to be the healthiest that you can be, we're going to have the greatest supplements for you. And I love what Janine said. Yeah, we can talk about what the ingredients and our supplements do for you, but equally as important, as Janine learned, we are also going to talk about the ingredients we don't have in our nutritional or personal care products, because what are those doing to you? So you can talk to a company in or out of our industry that says, hey, you need to take this antioxidant or this probiotic or this enzyme or this whatever. And those might be great things in that product, but what also is in that product? And it makes no sense to me to be doing something for your health and wellness when that product might have good things in it, but it also has bad things in it. Powerful, powerful concept. And nothing is more powerful than an idea whose time has come. So if you live in the United States, you've been following what Robert Kennedy Jr. is doing now with MAHA, Make America Healthy Again. And you're seeing all these dyes and additives and preservatives and oils and seed oils starting to get cut out of our system, which is a great thing. But we've been talking about this for decades. So as you send people to your website, which runs 24/7, you don't have to build it. We've already built it for you. You're going to be happy, and you're going to rest assured that your friends, your family members, your guests are in a safe zone, that anything they order is toxic-free, organic, made from the greatest stuff on earth, and it's designed to nourish your body from the outside in as well as the inside out. And for you doing that, for you not selling, giving people an option. Hey, over here, you can continue to use the toothpaste that you've always used that you probably never noticed, but has a warning label on it. And using it day after day after day, some of these ingredients are linked to horrific diseases, much more than skin and eye irritation. You're going to get scared when you read this stuff. And this isn't hyperbole, this is scientific fact. Then over here, you can get Sparkle toothpaste from Asante. That's just one of our many, many 100+ products that tastes as good, if not better than that stuff, works as good, if not better than that stuff, guaranteed. And it's 100% toxic free. It's USDA certified bio-based product. Find another toothpaste that does that. No way. That doesn't have a warning label because it doesn't need it. And because you're doing that, because you're guiding your friends and family members, because you're educating those people as they go to your website and order, we want to pay you for that order. And if that's all we did, that'd be incredible. But we want to pay you as they reorder and reorder to infinity. And if that's all we did, that'd even be better. But as they tell people who tell people who tell people, we want to pay you for those orders as well. In fact, we have 6 different ways that we pay you in this company. And I'm going to talk about 2 of them really quickly because I know we've had great speakers and we have some other great speakers tonight. One of those ways is called the Endless Team Bonus, where you're going to build 2 teams, a left team and a right team. You're going to have people that are consumers, customers, people that are just like you. They want to have a website, they want to share knowledge, and they want to get paid for their referrals. You're going to be building these 2 teams, and people are going to be ordering and reordering. You know, as their tube of toothpaste gets light, as it starts getting thin, they're just going to naturally order more from your website. Their shampoo, their nutritional products, their organic essential oils, etc. They're going to order more. And as all these people below you, whether you know them or not, around the world, order and reorder, you're going to get 10% of the volume from those orders. And that's incredible. That's going to create something called residual income for you, where you've done the work one time. You've maybe told a handful of people about this. They've gotten educated, who are telling people, who are telling people, who are telling people, and you're getting a piece of all these sales for the rest of your life. And it's better than that because this is a willable, sellable business. So this is something you're building now that you can pass on to your heirs, your kids, your grandkids, your nieces, your nephews, whatever you want to do. And that's called the Endless Team Bonus. Now, that Endless Team Bonus, as you bring people to your website, as they become part of your team, if they want to do this as a business like you and they start getting an Endless Team Bonus check, that's a check that comes every week. We want you to match their check. We're not going to take anything away from them, but we have something called the 100% check match. So as you introduce people to Asante Organics, as they start getting an Endless Team Bonus check, they're going to get their full check. We're going to allow you to match their check up to 100%. So you need to bring in some people that might earn $10 a month, $20 a month, $50 a month. Maybe you bring in some people that are earning $1,000 or $2,000 or $10,000 a month. I mean, there's some legends in this industry that earn multiple 6 figures. And if you brought any of those people in, you can get a combination of all of those as a matching check. They're each going to get their own share. And what I've just shared with you sounds great, right? But it's actually better than I just shared it with you. There's no small print. There's no gimmies, gotchas, trap doors. In fact, as you live this compensation plan, you'll remember back this little 5-10 minute little spiel I gave you and say, wow, it was even better than Dr. JJ said. So with that, I'm going to turn it back to our CEO and founder, Michael Weniger, and just realize this. You want to get healthy or wealthy or both, you're in the right place with Asante Organics. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. And you know what, guys? I want you to really, for the new people, for everybody, you know what? Think about timing and positioning. And when I say, and right now you're like, what? What about timing and positioning? We're going to hear about it. I want to introduce Daniel Weniger, and he'll talk to you about where you are with this company and where you can.
Absolutely. Thank you, Michael. So this is a business opportunity call, so let's dive a little deeper into the business. And we offer an extremely rare business opportunity where you have a very stable company that's been around for a long time, that's in front of a way of life before it becomes a way of life. I always tell people that Asante Organics truly offers a once-in-a-lifetime business opportunity. And people will say, well, that's a pretty bold statement to make, Daniel. I said, well, let me back it up. The world is going green once. You get one shot at becoming rich, retired, and wealthy from the green movement. Because once the world has gone green, all the millionaires have been made. It's too late. Right now, approximately 9% of the world is green. That is a beautiful thing for you from a business standpoint, and a terrible thing for 91% of the people that are taking a shower and putting over 150 to 200 chemicals into their body linked to everything under the sun. So you have Forbes magazines and business journals around the world calling the green movement the next paradigm shift in life. And I want to talk about that for a moment because it's really going to put into perspective what you have here. So a paradigm shift is just a fancy way of saying a product or device once brought to market, 7, 8, 9 years down the road, it's a way of life. They are very, very rare. Most human beings will experience 1 to 2 in their lifetime. Now, the last one anyone could have got involved with was back in 1982. That's how rare they are. Where Mr. Jobs created the computer, Mr. Gates created software, and the internet was born. Now, if you were first online in the 80s selling anything on your website, from toothpicks to wristwatches to baseball caps to anything, you are a multi-millionaire today. I tell people, go online, open up your website selling whatever you like, and see if you become a multimillionaire. And I would say your chances are slim to none because there's hundreds or maybe even thousands globally, websites selling the same thing you're trying to sell, unless you're an inventor and you created a product that doesn't exist. Now think about this. The internet created more millionaires than any other product category niche in history. And they project the green movement to create more millionaires than the internet did. So timing and positioning are crucial when creating massive wealth. And what I mean by that is timing, you getting involved early in the beginning here at Asante Organics, in front of a way of life. I always teach people, if you can get involved in a way of life before it becomes a way of life, you're going to be a wealthy individual. And that's exactly what we offer here. That's the timing. And then the positioning. I just said it. In front of a way of life before it becomes a way of life. Now, another beautiful thing about the business opportunity is there's no selling. You show me another business out there where you don't have to go out and sell, right? Because there's a lot of shiny pennies out there, as we know. A lot of magic lotions, potions, pills, powders, patches, right? First of all, you have to be a pretty good salesperson to get me try your magic lotion, potion, pill, patch, whatever it may be. Now, if you want true residual income for the rest of your life, I need to stay on that lotion or potion or patch or whatever it may be. And what are the chances of that? But here at Asante Organics, our business model is as simple as A and B. A are all the products currently in your home now, in your shower, on your countertops, things that people use every single day. I don't care if you make $10,000 a year, 10 million, or anything in between, rich, poor, in between. 9 out of 10 people, no matter where you live in the world, wake up every morning and they stretch and they yawn and they get in the shower and they flip it on and they do their thing, right? Your shower gel, your shampoo, your conditioner, you get out, you dry off, you put your lotion on, you brush your teeth, you put your deodorant on. Men go to work, women put their makeup on. Now we come home, we wash our hands, we wash our face, we moisturize, and we go to bed, and you do it all over again every single day until you die. Every time someone's taking a shower, you're making money. Now, we're much more than just personal care. We got a great nutritional line, meal replacement, weight loss, essential oils. But at the end of the day, the world is going green with or without you. So you have two choices. You can sit back and watch it go green, or you can make a lot of green from it going green. So I think I covered all bases. I try to keep it simple, yet very powerful, because again, look, this is going to be a way of life. Like I said earlier, 9% approximately of the world is green. It's an incredible opportunity when it comes to positioning. And timing, you're here early in the beginning at Asante Organics. And as you know in our industry, whether you like it or not, the masses fall underneath you. So I want to thank everyone for being on the Zoom tonight. And if you have any questions, myself, Michael, Dr. JJ, we're very accessible. And we're always willing to help you. I put Tuesdays and Thursdays aside to work with the field. Now, whether that be a three-way call with a prospect of yours, happy to do it. Maybe it's a training on some of the product line, maybe on alkalizing for you and your team. Whatever it may be, we're very accessible. So, this is something, how I say it like this too. As far as paradigm shifts, look at the computer. It's a way of life. It is a way of life. I don't know one company in the world using typewriters anymore. Think about it. They don't. This is a way of life. And they project the green movement to be the next paradigm shift in life. Simply stating, really, that the world hasn't been educated, because that's all we do here. There's no selling. We educate people on the products that they buy every single month and they use every single day on them and their loved ones. And 9 out of 10, once they know what we know, they're shocked. They're appalled. They're like, oh my God, Daniel, I did a little bit of homework. I'll never use this stuff for me and my loved ones again. Because we're not talking chemicals linked to skin or eye irritation. We're talking chemicals linked to serious disease and illness like liver and kidney problems and Alzheimer's, dementia, and cancer, and reproductive problems in females. And I can go on and on. Parabens, phenoxyethanols, butylene glycols, PEGs. Oh, Daniel, how can that be? Our government wouldn't allow that. I go, the FDA, let me tell you about your government. First of all, the FDA regulates food and drug, the Food and Drug Administration, and they do a horrible job at that. But here's the kicker. In 1936, our government granted self-regulation to the personal care industry. Think about that. Nobody regulates your personal care products. Me and Elizabeth here could start our own shampoo company today and use any chemicals we want. It's absurd, but it's true. Because our government isn't about you and your loved one's health. Our government is about greed and money. They know what parabens are, phenoxyethanols, butylene glycols. They know what they do to the body. The skin's the largest organ in the body. Anything put on it enters your bloodstream in 26 seconds, all your internal organs in 8 minutes. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out if you're putting chemicals into your bloodstream and into your internal organs and into your body every single day for 20, 30, 40 years. That's linked to cancer. That's linked to Alzheimer's, dementia, liver and kidney problems. Good chance you're getting something down the road. And I'm going to end with one last fact. That's pretty amazing. So 56% of all cancers can be avoided by what you put in you through your mouth. Our whole lives we're taught you are what you eat, you are what you eat. Yep. 56% can be avoided by what you eat. Don't put chemicals into you through your food. Eat organically. And 40% can be avoided by what you put on you. So you add the two together and you get 96%. You only have a 4% chance of getting cancer if you don't put chemicals into your body on a daily basis through what you eat and what you use. And look at cancer. I don't care if it's breast cancer, all cancers. They're up hundreds and hundreds of percent in the last 20, 30 years. Every single, 30 years ago when I was 30, cancer was rare. I didn't know any woman with breast cancer. I mean, it was rare. Now every single family I know has 1 or 2 women with breast cancer, and they're not in their 70s or 80s, they're in their 30s. So to me, it's a simple, simple creature. You don't have to sell anything. You're going to educate people with your business. And once they're educated, most are going to be very thankful. And you can create a very generous income working part-time from home, truly generate a full-time income. So I could go on all night, but thank you for being on the Zoom. I will send it back to Michael. And as always, we are always here to help if you need any help. Michael's not here. There he is.
There you go.
All right.
Imagine that, getting paid to shop and earn, or getting paid to shop and actually earning cash back on all your online purchases. I mean, it's like, It's so straightforward. It's not even magical, but that's how it works, right? And converting what you already spend and and buy into earnings. It's so, so simple. And again, the world's going green. And I don't live in here. I live in here. Okay. So it's about what you're putting inside it here and on top of here. And that's what really matters. That's, you get yourself alkaline, keep yourself alkaline, watch the magic happen. And, I'm going to leave you with this because I leave it every single time I was for when we've done these. And kind of works like this, right? I was told this by one of the largest research centers in the world, which really made me think. And, it's a message that everybody should hear. And that is, at the end of the night, before you get on your knees and start wearing out your carpet or sitting on your bed or laying there and thanking the good Lord for another day with your family, for his breath in your lungs, for your heartbeat, and all these good, awesome blessings that we take for granted. Having a roof over our heads, having a bed to lay on, being able to eat some food, right? A lot of people. So, but before you even do that, you have to think, what did I put inside of here? And what did I put on top of here? Because that's really what matters. And at the end of the day, no matter how small or how large you've done any of it, okay, you've done one of two things. One, you participated in your life, or two, you participated in your death. And it's just that simple. You get to choose. Taking care of yourself and your health is your responsibility. And after the age of 30, you are going to get a lot of responsibility, because by the time you hit 35 years old, you lose 50% of your digestive capabilities, and that's not bragging rights. And after the age of 40, every 10 years, you're going to lose 10% more until maybe something chronic gets you. And then, whoa, it's easier. Prevention is a lot easier than trying to fix things, right? Can you fix things? Absolutely. But prevention isn't key. Prevention is everything. And we don't make stuff. We don't have anything in our warehouse where you'd say that's just stuff. Not at all. Spoke to a person last night. Oh, no, today. And they were telling me, oh my gosh, Mike, it's crazy. I wake up in the morning, I got these allergies, I feel them. I mean, I feel it, like my face is puffy and inflamed. I take 3 B tabs, and within 30 minutes, it's all gone. That's what was told to me today. I'm like, yeah, you're right. It is. We've had those since 1995 in our possession. So take a good hard look into this now. Why? Because when this thing hits momentum, you were in the right place. Do you want to get involved in a company when it's shooting to the top? And yeah, can people get in and do really, yeah, perfect. Yes. But wouldn't you rather have a whole team in front of that? You know what kind of money you can make by having a whole team in momentum? That's huge. That's absolutely huge. Think about it. Think hard. And get out there and talk to people next week. Again, anybody that you get into this to see the company, we put all the names on a wheel. Tomorrow we're going to spin it, find out who wins something, right? And yeah. And then Thursday nights are always product training or some type of actual training on the products and things like that. If it's not, like Dr. Becky talking about gut health, or myself doing the protocol thing that we do periodically for new folks, it's going to be about something specific like Dr. JJ does, where he backs it up with all the research and the science and the clinicals and things of that sort. So very structured here, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and we're grateful for your time. We're thankful that you showed up. We appreciate it. We love everybody, and we're here for everybody. And with that being said, I want to wish you a blessed evening And thank you guys for being here tonight. And we will see you again on another broadcast. And let me tell you, we are now in the process of moving because we're growing. So that should tell you something. Go nuts. Tell the world about this. Because as we keep growing, you want to be there, right place, right time. Watch what happens. God bless you all. And we'll see you again on another broadcast. Take care.